Got a junk vehicle just sitting there? It's worth money right now. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan is paying top dollar for junk cars, trucks, farm rigs, and scrap metal, and they'll even come pick it up. DD Auto and Salvage handles any kind of metal recycling. Junk cars, scrap, large cleanups, you name it. With tow trucks, roll-off bins, and heavy equipment, no job is too big. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204. DD Auto and Salvage, turning junk into serious cash.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Helmets are important for every bike ride, no matter how short. Did you know helmets are also important to wear when skateboarding, inline skating, or riding a scooter? A helmet can protect against a skull fracture or other facial injuries. Look for a helmet that fits correctly and that's certified for safety. Make sure you and your child wear a helmet every time. For more, visit healthychildren.org or talk with your pediatrician.
It's time for the Garden Guide with your host, Mark Anderson from Anderson Seed and Garden.
New research suggests that people are more likely to eat vegetables if they have a tempting name.
What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes.
From gardening to landscaping.
Today we are going to try and create garden eyebrows. Kind of like the flowers are sprouting directly from your hair. That makes sense.
Go! Phone lines are open at 753-KVNU or 800-369-KVNU.
Kind of like eating vegetables.
It's the Garden Guide, now on KVNU 610 AM and 102 FM.
And KVNU News time is 8:06. Welcome to the show as we're enjoying a beautiful sunny morning. Few clouds this morning. Temperatures going to gradually warm up over the next couple of days. We'll feel right along with Mark Anderson of Anderson Seed and Garden. Joining us for the Garden Guide on this Saturday morning. And, you know, Mark, I ran out into the yard first thing this morning. We call it the nursery at our house, but it's actually the beehive. And I was getting the nursery ready because the grandkids are coming this weekend. And so we were getting the hive ready for the bees. And oh, it was just so gorgeous this morning. Just a beautiful day. I mowed the lawn last night, and I was like, you know, I could just stay out here.
So nice.
Let you guys run the show on your own, and I'll just enjoy sitting here in the front yard.
Sounds like I might be doing that next week.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do have a few. It's that time of the year, you know. We start to enjoy this time to get outside, and I think we can finally safely say it is definitely planting season for everything.
Yeah, let's hope so. Usually Memorial Day weekend is a great time to plant anyway, and this year it just happens that we had frost early this week, and 10-day forecast is looking really good, so that puts us into June, and I say let's go for it. Yeah. If we get another frost, there's not much we can do about it anyway. This is planting time. So yeah, we were out this morning digging up pansies out on Center Street, and it was really nice. I just had a light jacket on because it was still a little chilly this morning, but gorgeous. The valley's really beautiful. In fact, yesterday I got to go welcome the summer citizens to the valley.
Oh, yeah.
And that was actually really pretty fun. And I mentioned it. I was like, hey, you know, it's beautiful here right now. It's like it could not be a better time for you to come and visit Cache Valley because of there's a little snow still on the mountains, and the mountains are green, and everything's coming out. It looks really good. In fact, all my trees that got damaged with the frost, they're all leafed out.
They've all
leafed out. Yeah, my ginkgos have been the slowest, and they're coming out. So it's nice to see the trees are operating properly.
Yeah. And you know, I was mowing around our fruit trees last night. You know, none of them have had any fruit set in because we lost all the fruit, but they're just really thriving, and that's what I'm excited about. Is that hey, you know what? If I can help, especially I've got a new little apricot tree that I just planted last year. That little thing has almost doubled in size, height-wise. So, yeah, great time to be out in the garden. Great time to be out in the lawn,
and it is Memorial Day weekend, and so we just need to remind everybody we are open on Monday, but our hours are 8 to 1. On Monday. So we're not open all day on Monday. So Anderson's is open Monday, Memorial Day, but we're open from 8 until 1. And that way we can go home and get a little work done in our own yard and have a little outdoor barbecue or grill something. Or,
Little shortened schedule.
We'll do something, yeah. So we're open from 8 until 1, so we're open for 5 hours. And if you need something, we'll be there early, and we'll stay there until just after afternoon. Okay. And then we'll close up, and we'll head home and try and go do some stuff with our families.
Doing a little barbecue and stuff.
Yeah, not too bad. But we do have some awesome sales going on. So the pansies that we're taking out of Center Street, we put them in 6-inch pots, and they need to be transplanted. But the root systems on them are huge. They barely fit in the 6-inch pots. And so we're doing those super discount. I mean, they're massive. They're just like balls of flowers right now. And we're doing those for $3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So really, really great deal on the pansies if you want to come take advantage of some of the gorgeous pansies that we've had on Center Street. We're getting ready to transition to the summer flowers. So the pansies are coming out. But if you've got a shady location, those pansies will bloom all summer for you. So they'll do amazing all summer long. And these have, 6-inch root balls on them. And so they are ready to be transplanted, and we're doing those for $3 in 6-inch pots. Yeah, this is a really great deal. Wave petunias are half price. Geraniums are half price. Garden hats we've got on sale. Herbs are $4. We've got a few jumbo 6-packs of strawberries left. They're $4. And a bunch of other deals going on at Anderson's this weekend. So,
all right.
Yeah. So a lot of good stuff going on for Memorial Day. Don't forget, we're open only from 8 until 1 on Monday. Today, we're open all day, 9 till 6. But on Monday, 8 till 1 for just a half day.
All right.
Good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk a lot about planting today. We can take phone calls. If you got a question, comment for Mark Anderson of Anderson Seed and Garden. Plus, we also have a guest, Arthur, joining us from Sunstruck Gardens. We'll get to him in just a minute. Phone lines are open at 753-5868. That's 753-KVNU if you have a question or comment for Mark or Arthur from Sunstruck Gardens. And, we're talking about planting and talking about these warmer temperatures that we got coming up. Probably ought to talk a little bit about watering, too, because one thing I am noticing, I just put in a rose bush on Mother's Day, and all of a sudden we had those 90 degrees, and now we're getting up into the 70s and 80s, and it's showing a little signs of heat.
Yeah.
Shock.
Stressing just a little bit.
Yeah,
for sure. We can absolutely talk about watering. And since the trees are coming out, we can discuss that a little bit more since those trees that got damaged. We could talk about that. And what to do with your fruit trees that don't have fruit on them. So, yeah. Arthur, great to have you on the show.
Thanks for being allowing me to be here.
Absolutely.
You are so welcome. Do you have any apples? Did you lose all your apples?
I can't see any.
Yeah.
I was looking through them last night, and I think we've lost them.
And you've got how many trees? You've got a lot.
80.
80 trees.
Yeah. So no more, because I bought 6 from you last year.
Oh, so we have 86.
86.
Yeah, 86.
Yeah.
And that's
we're trying to get some more Empires, but I guess we've had a little
this year we couldn't get Empire, but I should be able to for next year. So Empire's nice. I like that.
It's a good apple.
That's a really great.
It's underutilized.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But
they go for the celebrity.
Yeah,
types.
I've had a lot of people coming in though, and they're like, "Hey, my fruit trees, there's nothing on them. What should I do with them?" And so, we're
chop them down.
Yeah, and do not
start over.
Do not chop them down. Do not chop them down. But it is like towards the end of this month, first part of June, really good time to do a disease control with a preventative insecticide. And so, even though you don't have fruit on there, you're probably still going to get aphids, still get powdery mildew. For stone fruits, we've got shot hole fungus and coronium blight and peach leaf curl. We should be treating for those.
Can we still get garden foss on them?
Still get garden foss on them. Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That would be great. So you could do garden foss. You could do
that works.
It's a great
and it's simple.
It's so easy to apply.
Just on the trunks.
Yeah, just super easy to apply. Works on fire blight. Since the blossoms all got damaged, we might not see very much fire blight this year. Since
that'd be nice.
That enters in through the blossoms, and the blossoms were just coming out when we had that frost and toast. So
we had it in waves.
Yeah.
So it killed And it killed.
And it killed again. Yeah. And it killed again. But today we've got you on the show so we can talk about handy cages.
Handy cages.
And big handies.
Big handies.
Yeah, and big handies. Wonderwall.
Cherry towers. Did you get some cherry towers? I think you do.
I think we did get the cherry towers. Yeah, we got the cherry towers in too. So we've got all of those, and they're made right here in Cache Valley.
Cache Valleyans.
Yep, in Hyde Park.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, we're proud of that.
I pulled my Wonderwalls out this week, put them on my peas, which are now 12 inches tall, and so they're looking great. And so I just put them right over the top of the peas. And I love to trellis my peas because they get about 3 or 4 feet tall, and then the Wonderwalls hold the vines up, and I don't have to crawl around on my hands and knees to pick all my peas.
Fantastic invention.
Yep,
fantastic.
It's amazing. And then when I'm done with the Wonderwalls on my peas, I move them over to my cucumbers. And then the cucumbers crawl up the Wonderwalls, and then my cucumbers dangle down, and I also don't have to crawl around on my hands and knees to pick cucumbers.
You're like a professional gardener.
It's like we've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we've done this
You're
before.
really good at it, Mark.
So how'd you come up with the Wonderwalls?
I wanted all of my ideas stem from standing out in the garden with my hands behind my back going, it would be better if we did this.
We did this, yeah.
And so I thought it would be nice to have a little structure that supports the peas and the beans. And so
it's basically
we did.
It's basically an A-frame, but kind of a narrow A.
Yes.
With a little bit of grid on it. Mm-hmm. Powder coated.
They're not cheap.
No.
But they're good.
Oh, but they
and
last.
they'll last forever.
When did you do?
Well, not forever.
When did you do that first batch? Because I've got some of the first batch.
2004. I was thinking about that today. I've been on radio now for 20 years because there was a couple of years you didn't have me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ticked about that, but
we didn't
feel like you forgot me.
We didn't start doing the radio show until 2007.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I could not have had you on the radio show.
Well, I tried. So let's say 18 years.
Yeah, 2007
is when
we started. Yeah, I love
Thanks
it
for
that Will
giving me my
remembered that
start.
too.
Yeah. I remember coming up on 20 years.
2007. Yeah, we're coming on 20. Holy smoke, we are coming up on 20 years. Yep. Dang.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. We'll be dead
before you know it. Yeah.
But the handy cages will still be around because those things are built like a tent.
Have you ever had a return, Mark?
I have never had a return on a handy cage.
Thank you.
And I have never had problems with the ones that I have at home. And mine are 20 years old.
But, a lot of that is due to our Cache Valleyan men that work in this business, and they check every weld. They do their testing. And they're craftsmen.
Yeah.
And can I give a shout out to Edwin?
Oh, absolutely.
Jenny and Yoban.
Yeah.
Because I said I would. Okay.
Way to go. All right. They do great work.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And seriously, my handy cage. Well, we started with your sun cages. And so no, you didn't start with the sun cages.
No, the handy cage was the first thing.
The first one.
We thought it would be great if you had a structure that you could put in a corner.
Yeah.
And in a pot.
Right.
And then, in fact, we were fiddling around with that at the shop, and then I thought, well, let's make another one, and we put it together, and I was like, wow, this might be a great idea.
Works, yeah.
And then because it could stack, and I just thought they were nice because they were different, and they were versatile.
Right. Well, basically, you've got two angles of a square.
Right.
And they come together, and it just supports the plants really, really well, and so easy to put on larger, more mature plants.
I like to take my favorite way is to take a big handy around the transplant, and then you can add another couple pair of handies afterwards, and you can really get a nice big.
How tall is the big handy?
64 inches.
It's 64 inches. So I regularly will get my cherry tomatoes because I'll use the big handies on the cherries because they get really big.
Okay,
they'll get to the top.
You should use a cherry tower.
They'll get to the top, and then they grow over the top, and then back down to the ground.
Right.
So They get like 10 feet
7
tall.
feet tall.
Yeah,
You get 10.
I'll get 10.
Okay, that's good.
Because if it goes to the top and they're 64, and I've usually sink them in the ground like 6 inches, they grow over the top and then they grow back down to the ground. So to me, that's 10 feet.
Okay.
Because when they come back and they touch the ground, it's like, okay,
and 60,
if I had something, But if they're 10 feet
and
tall,
you know, they're held in the ground by the earth.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
It works great. Except sometimes my plants get so big, eventually, with all the fruit on them, that they kind of.
That's when you put the additional handy cages to support them. Yeah,
it just pulls
we
them
support
over.
everything that grows.
Yeah. I'm going to try and cut back on tomatoes this year because last year I think we did about 30, and I'm going to do like 15 this year. Yeah. I got other stuff that we're working on in the yard, and so. I'm thinking I might not have quite so much time to take care of those.
We're going to plant a couple of raised bed planters, and we'll end up with just 4 plants.
Yeah.
A good slicing tomato, a couple good slicing tomatoes, cherry tomato, and then we'll have an early girl. And then we'll run some plums.
Yeah.
Hey, is it possible to get a San Marzano
tomato? I think I saw some yesterday in the greenhouse.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to come and get
so
those.
San Marzano. Hey, did you like that new soil? The planting mix?
Oh, it's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
What is this called?
Isn't that amazing? It's Royal Gold planting mix.
Yes, I like it.
It's been like outstanding. Yeah, like
because
amazing.
I'm a man and I've got a skid steer, I can buy a whole
tote.
And so we literally we plant a lot of flowers. We're kind of starting a flower farm at the orchard.
Right.
And so we'll be planting dahlias this weekend in our gold soil in our little 6-inch pots, getting them started in the royal gold.
Yeah.
And I really like it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Coconut coir, cow peat is what they call it. So it's not really peat moss. It is composted like forest leftovers.
I think it's better than the Fox stuff.
I'm amazed.
And it's
I'm amazed.
less expensive.
And the Fox Farm's really, really good. But this is I think this is even better.
Yeah, I like it.
The coconut coir with that cow peat in there, and then they put a whole bunch of natural nutrient in there as well too. And the combination is outstanding.
Yeah, we transplanted the tomatoes that we bought from you about 2-3 weeks ago. And they just really took off in that soil.
Yeah. That's what we're finding is like we were hilling in our bare root plants with it, and the root systems just went crazy on them. So they love it.
My first stop is Anderson Gardens. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
There you go. So any new products on the horizon that we're working on for the garden? Because we've got big handies, we've got the cherry towers, we've got the wonder walls.
We're building right now a lot of raised bed planters.
Yeah,
but that's a hard one to sell.
That's kind of a custom.
And they're
thing.
very heavy and they're very they're spendy.
But what you need is
I do have a product.
Yeah,
I'm working on, and it should be out probably next.
Hopefully
week, some deer protection for trees.
Nice.
Oh, you are going to do that.
It'll be right now. They're 18. I kind of laugh because new development, a bigger cage. Black. It's in black.
Nice.
So it's they end up making an 18-inch
like a ring
square.
Yeah,
and they are 6 feet tall. Okay. And we're testing those this year. And then I'm also going to do that so that you can put 4 around.
Okay.
And that'll give you a 3 foot by 3 foot.
So you can make like a bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a bigger one. So nice.
I actually think that might be kind of one of the bigger products you ever do.
Is it a tighter grid?
Yes.
So their lips can't.
Well, and I don't know what I haven't. If there's anybody out there that knows the exact dimension of what a deer can't get through, but I mean,
its nose.
You just hold it back.
Yeah. There you go.
And actually, what I've been noticing is if we just put anything around them. They
stay away.
They kind of stay away.
They stay away.
They don't like it.
Because we use just like chicken wire or field fencing right
I
now.
hate
Just
that.
make that. And
That's a terrible idea.
It's very
Should
difficult
use a
to get.
professionally made product.
Well, I was
America.
I was saying
Heavy duty.
how inconvenient it is because it.
Okay.
It makes it difficult to get into your tree because you have to like link them together and then you can't get them apart and then you end up getting scratched.
Yeah.
And,
Hey,
not as
chicken
convenient.
wire. Well, chicken wire. That's why they call it
So
that.
the deer protectors. Do you have a name for them yet?
I'm going to call them deer guards.
Deer guards.
Nice. Deer guards. Like it.
Yeah. So,
Now,
and
if I remember right, Arthur, we were talking about that a year ago. We invited you on the show, and we
I
we
made
had
a
few
prototype,
calls.
and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so now I actually just brought in 4,000 pounds of wire specifically to build some
to try to
samples,
build it.
and because we're done with the wire that we need. We're actually we were able to buy wire from Nucor this year.
Yeah.
Cut to length. It was great.
Is that the first time for a while?
It's the second time, but they were Johnny on the spot with us this year.
Nice.
And
That's good.
So there you go. Made in
that's really
America
good.
starting
So
right here.
So what I'm thinking is we also need a plant protector that goes over the handy cages. So once you put your once you plant your tomatoes, you can put your handies on immediately. But then if it gets cold, you could put.
I believe that if you take with a big handy or a handy cage, and you put them, you space them right together.
Yeah.
They will perfectly hold a typical wall of water.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen in the past.
And hold it up so it doesn't collapse.
Yeah, they hold it up, and it's actually but don't hold me to that because I don't make the wall of water.
Right.
But I have seen that, and it worked well.
That could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'd be nice to have like some sort of kind of square knitted frost cloth or something that could just slide right over.
The way to do it is what we've done is we just lay the handy cages over on the ground.
Right.
We just lay them down.
That's if you have small plants. That's if
Yeah,
you have small
yeah,
plants.
yeah.
So if you have big plants, then
I still say go with the handy cage or the big handy and the whole setup in a cargo blanket.
Yeah, just right over the top.
Just throw it over the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I one time heard a guy. He says he was in your business. He's not your competitor. He's in Downey. John Brady. He goes,
Oh yeah,
we
bought a lot of plants from Brady's.
Yeah, he goes, a feller will spend a lot of money on a tomato.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
But it's worth it.
Yep. Yeah, we have worked with Brady's a lot.
I like them.
Over the years. Yeah, they are great. Yeah, they're great people, and they grow really good plants too.
They do.
Yeah, they grow really good plants. Yeah. So, all right. So what we were discussing earlier was
I can't believe we were able to talk about tomato cages for that long.
For you never know. But it wasn't just all tomato cages. We were talking about fruit trees too.
Trees.
So I seriously have a lot of people coming in. They're like, my trees, I've got no fruit. What should I do? And so we're trying to put a little suggestion package together for people. So in the next couple of weeks, an insecticide with a fungicide combo I think would be really good. And it's a good time to fertilize your trees. So since they're not producing this year, let's try and focus on getting your trees really healthy, and then you're going to have like an amazing crop next year. So
Would you put compost around the base?
you could do compost around the base. There's a lot of really great slow release fertilizers that you can use on fruit trees that have a lot of micronutrients in there. And I'm convinced that trees are lacking a lot of micros because over the years of having, say, an orchard or a couple trees in your backyard, they're going to mine the soil of all those micros and minerals. And so eventually the flavor of your fruit starts to decline and doesn't taste as good as it used to. And so by supplementing with those minerals and micronutrients, you'll get that flavor back. And so your trees will look better. They'll produce a lot better for you next year. I think the issue that we're going to deal with next year is thinning. There's going to be a lot of fruit. If we have good weather, there's going to be a lot of fruit, and then you've got to plan on thinning those trees out. But Fertilo makes a really great fruit tree food that has a high dose of zinc in it, which is really important for fruit trees. But it also has all the other micronutrients as well too. So it's got iron, copper, zinc, boron, manganese, magnesium, and helps build that micronutrients availability up in the soil. And then it's got a slow release nitrogen, some phosphorus and potassium, and you can just broadcast it underneath your trees, which would be sensational. So we're recommending a lot of different fertilizers that have that micronutrient package in there that's really going to help. And then for your young trees that you planted, Will would say you should water them with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, you have those?
Oh, yeah. The Bigfoot's like amazing.
Oh, I'm gonna come down today.
Yeah. The Bigfoot's like absolutely amazing. So, the plants we've been using it on have just flourished and taken off. So,
I'm gonna get 6 of them.
So it really helps. You only need one, and you mix.
But
it.
I got 6 trees.
You've got 6 trees, but you only need one because a packet will make like 25 gallons.
Oh, okay.
So you just mix it up in water and then.
But
just
don't you put that?
Water it.
Oh, that's Bigfoot, not the container.
Not the mic.
No, this is just a concentrate.
This is a concentrate. So trees that are already planted,
All right.
you can mix it up in water and then water them with it.
Better.
Yeah, so it's much easier to apply.
How do you think we're going to be watering trees this year? Do we need to get as much water on them as we normally do?
Right now, the soil moisture is actually really pretty good because we've had a couple storms come through. But what we're recommending is a good deep watering once every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, just a good deep watering so there's good soil moisture there for you. And then if it does dry out a lot in between waterings, then the root system will really go after that water. It'll go deeper, so it'll actually help improve your root system for the future. But using a product like the Bigfoot on the plants will encourage lots and lots of fine root hairs that will go out in search of water and nutrient and then bring that to its host. And so it will make your plants more resilient through a hot, dry summer because there's more root system. The root system will be able to pick up that water and pick up that nutrient a lot better.
I feel like we're on the Johnny Carson show because I hear the strains of music.
a little bit of music.
We've got just our bottom of the hour break, Arthur, but we're going to be coming back and we can talk more about all sort of handy cages and ways to be able to protect your tomatoes. And also, it sounds like ways to be able to keep deer from your trees.
Yeah, let's remind everybody, Anderson's is open all day today, regular hours, 9 till 6. But Monday, we are only open from 8 until 1. So Memorial Day hours, 8 until 1.
On Monday.
On Monday.
All right. And some specials at Anderson Seed and Garden. We'll talk about those coming up here in just a minute. And we can take your calls, 753-KVNU, if you have a question about tomatoes or all things in the lawn garden. 753-KVNU is the phone number, 753-5868. And we'll be right back. With a look at this hour's top stories, I'm Will Feelwright. 2 people were hospitalized with minor injuries following a 3-vehicle crash that happened in Logan on Friday morning. Now, according to Logan City Fire Department, emergency crews responded to the collision at 1400 North, 400 East shortly after 10 a.m. Now, upon arrival, firefighters and paramedics found one of the vehicles resting on its roof. Now, emergency medical personnel transported 2 patients to an area hospital for treatment. The cause of that crash remains under investigation. And Box Elder County residents are being invited to a public forum that's going to be held this next Tuesday to discuss the controversial Stratus Data Center proposal for Hansel Valley. Now, the informative gathering will kick off at 6 o'clock at the Box Elder County Fairgrounds in Tremonton. Now, it's being sponsored by a coalition of advocacy groups, including the Box Elder Accountability Referendum, Grow the Flow, and also Stewardship Utah. Now, organizers say that the event will focus on the potential impacts of the massive 40,000-acre project, which will be the world's largest artificial intelligence data center. Now, experts and local citizens will discuss transparency, environmental concerns within the Great Salt Lake watershed, and also the ongoing push for public oversight. Now, opponents are currently racing against the clock to try to gather roughly 5,500 voter signatures to place the project referendum on the November ballot. Now, residents interested in attending the forum on Tuesday are invited to RSVP online. Well, we're going to see mostly clear skies with a few clouds the next several days as temperatures warming up, as we'll be in the high 70s to low 80s. And by Memorial Day, looks like temperatures are going to be right around the mid 80s. We do have a chance of some thunderstorms, though, coming for next week. Those will start to arrive Tuesday into Wednesday and Thursday. I'm Will Feelwright for KVNU News.
I'm Alex DelBarrio. The Thunder fell behind 15-0 to the Spurs in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals in San Antonio, but a 26-point, 12-assist night from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sparked a comeback, which led to a 30-point turnaround and a 15-point win by the Thunder. They knock off San Antonio 123-108 to take a 2-1 series lead. The Thunder, without Jalen Williams, were able to get 18 from the other Jalen Williams to contribute to the comeback. SGA on the Thunder rally.
Yeah, we just went on there and competed. They obviously jumped on us early. First game in their building, their crowd was going to be behind them. They were going to be excited to play. We just wanted to make sure that we competed. From that point on, we obviously didn't give our best effort to start the game, but you can't do nothing about it. It's behind us, so all I could do is focus on the next possession, and we did that.
Victor Wembanyama once again being out physicaled by the Thunder. Only 4 rebounds for Wemby to go with his 26 points. He was asked how the Thunder are limiting him.
I mean, they're being physical. The difference maybe with this team is their experience. They may be being more smart about it. But we just got to find the answers. We're going to watch film. We're going to figure it out.
Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals Sunday on ESPN Radio from San Antonio with the Thunder up 2-1. Game 2 of the West Final in the NHL. Vegas up 1-0 in the series on the road in Colorado. Avalanche up 1-0 in the third period, but Jack Eichel on a 10-game playoff goal-scoring drought lit the lamp to start the night's comeback.
Barbashev right for Eichel. Closing, he shoots and scores! Off the long post and home. Jack Eichel with his second goal of the playoffs. He ties it 1-1 with 10:45 to go in the third.
On Fox Sports 98.9, Knights at a pair of goal from Ivan Barbashev, scoring 3 unanswered to steal another one on the road, take a 2-0 series lead with a 3-1 win over the Avalanche. Garrett Cole returned to the Yankees for the first time since the 2024 World Series, finally returning from Tommy John surgery, wins 6 innings of shutout ball, striking out 2, but the Yankees fell to the Rays 4-2.
I remember my precious Abigail.
I remember my father and my mother.
I remember my Grandpa Pete.
Remember your loved ones on Memorial Day with beautiful flowers from Plant Peddler Floral. They have a wide variety of arrangements and price ranges to help you find the perfect way to say,
I remember.
I remember.
I remember.
Plant Peddler Floral. Online at plantpeddlerfloral.com. or call 753-0444.
If your dryer vent sounds more like a birdhouse than an appliance, you've got a problem and some unexpected tenants. John at the Duct Hunter says birds, critters, and lint gunk can block airflow, roast your dryer motor, and start turning laundry day into a hot mess. Don't let your vent become a wildlife resort. Call the Duct Hunter at 435-770-4813 and send those freeloaders packing. Gently. We'll clear the way so your dryer can breathe easy again. Laundry's tough enough without the bird drama.
From gardening to landscaping, The Garden Guide with Mark Anderson from Anderson Seed and Garden on News Talk KVNU, 610 AM and 102.1 FM.
And we welcome you back to The Garden Guide. It's now 8:37, 50 degrees exactly outside the KVNU studios as we're looking forward to some beautiful weather for this Memorial weekend.
It's so comfortable outside. It just feels really good.
It really is.
Yeah.
If we could just keep it this way.
And the sun's out. I know. It's great weather this weekend, though. Looks really good.
Not ask for better weather.
70s, maybe a low 80. Mm-hmm. And, for Memorial Day weekend, you can't beat it. Great time to be outside planting. In fact, this weekend, I'm getting my corn and my beans planted.
They're going in. Okay.
And then tomatoes, peppers, squashes, melons, cucumbers, pumpkins. I do have my giant pumpkins planted, but the wind and the frost and the wind and the snow and the wind has just beat the tar out of them. Yeah, they just
them a tough time.
They're not looking great right now, but they're starting to grow. So that's a good sign.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
All right.
But the weather's been rough on the giant pumpkins, at least for me this year.
Okay, well, a lot to talk about. First, we want to mention that Anderson Seed and Garden is going to have limited hours on Monday closing at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
So opening at 8.
Open from 8 until 1 on Monday. So we've got half-day hours so that we can enjoy the holiday as well, too. But we'll be there in case you want to do some workout in your yard. But just plan on coming in the morning. So we're open from 8 until 1. Today, regular hours 9 till 6. And we've got some great deals going for Memorial Day weekend. So our 4-inch wave petunias are 50% off. Our our 3 to 4 inch geraniums are 50% off. We've got herbs, 4-inch herbs. They're regularly like $6. They're on sale for $4. Jumbo strawberries on sale for $4. We've got soaker hoses that are regularly $30, and they are on sale for $20. So if you need to water your plants, we've got that. We've got watering cans on sale as well too. So a lot of really great deals happening at Anderson's. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, we're taking some of the pansies out of the planters on Center Street so we can start prepping to plant our summer flowers out there. And so we'll have some of those pansies to sell as well too. So,
okay.
Yeah. So that will really boost your shady plants if you want to have some pansies.
All right.
To add to your shady locations, because they will continue to bloom all summer long.
Yeah.
So we're pulling those pansies out and put them in 6-inch pots because the root systems are so huge on them, and they look amazing. You just like take them home and transplant them right into your yard. Shady location. They'll be awesome.
They're ready to grow.
$3 for a 6-inch pansy.
Huge pansy.
Yeah, can't beat it.
Great. All right. Well,
I'm interested in those watering cans.
Oh yeah, they're 2-gallon watering cans.
Totally underrated.
Yeah,
aesthetically and practically.
2-gallon watering cans.
You need a watering can in your garden.
Yeah,
work great.
Or 2 or 3.
Yep.
We have
or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
we found it's the best way because we were joking with Arthur. Huge fan of the Bigfoot mycorrhizer concentrate. Yeah. It's a 2-gallon watering can. Just put a couple tablespoons in it, mix it up, and just hit the areas. We've got a new rose bush we just put in. I mentioned the apricot tree we just put in. We'll hit that about once a week. And, those plants just take off.
They do.
In fact, Arthur, we were joking. So tomatoes, a lot of times when you plant tomatoes and peppers, you always get at least 1 or 2 that will go through transplant shock, and you may not be able to salvage it. This past year, Mark and I tried out Bigfoot for the first time. Not a single plant went through transplant shock. Yeah. In fact, in my case, I ended up with more peppers than I've ever had. It was like zucchinis around our house. We couldn't figure out what to do with all the peppers. So definitely a great, great little tool for gardeners, that Bigfoot mycorrhizer concentrate.
It does make a big difference. Yeah, a huge difference.
All right. Well, you've sold me today, and I'll be picking some up at 9.
You'll have to try it and
see what you think.
Yeah, and see. I actually had a customer in the other day, and they had used the Bigfoot on their potatoes last year, and they were back in, and they're like, I need that foot stuff.
Foot stuff.
It's like, that foot stuff, because my potatoes were the best they've ever been. Yeah, so they were super excited about it. But the greenhouses are loaded, so we've got all kinds of vegetable plants. In fact, I've got extra carts like strewn all over the greenhouses because we got so many plants in stock right now. Tons and tons and tons of flowers. We just got some more shrubs and trees in this week. So we are loaded up. The roses look amazing. They're all blooming. They look really great. And so lots of beautiful plants at Anderson's. If you want to be outside doing some planting, this is the weekend to do it. Yeah, to do it. So since we are into the latter part of May, it's time to plant all of those tender crops. So if you haven't planted beans or corn, now's the time to do those. Tomatoes, peppers, squashes, both winter and summer squashes, melons, cucumbers, pumpkins, those can all go in. It looks like we are past frost. 10-day forecast is saying good temperatures. At least nighttime temperatures, good temperatures for the next 10 days, which definitely puts us into June. Mm-hmm. So not bad at all. Not bad. So we're planning on doing some planting at the Anderson Experimental Garden this weekend. So we'll see how it goes.
There's a long-range forecast that's done by Eric Snodgrass. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I have not.
He's for farmers. And I don't know if you remember, but in I think it was 76, we had a drought during the winter like we've got now. And that summer, what I remember, I think it's 76, 77, I remember it rained every week on the week. And it has been raining pretty consistently, but Snodgrass predicts that the whole summer's going to be that way. Yeah. So if you're a little worried about water, take a gamble.
Take
a gamble.
Yeah.
Put your plants in. And because we may be getting this rain.
We have been in every other month cycle where it's been really wet and then really dry and then really wet and really dry. And April was really wet. February was really wet. December was really wet. October was really wet. But then the months in between were very dry. So May's kind of been a little drier. I'm thinking June may be.
Let us pray.
Fairly wet.
And we really should pray.
Yeah. So I
remember that in church tomorrow, kids.
I kind of agree that we may end up getting a cool, wet summer.
That's the prediction, or that's what this guy. And he's pretty good.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I've watched.
And you say he does like farmers forecasts.
He does agricultural forecasts, and he's very. He goes out into the Indian Ocean and the weather currents out there, and everything.
Keeps track all that stuff. Very cool. I do remember the drought in 1976.
Was it 76?
Not 1776.
Yeah.
I think it was because I think I was in like first or second grade at that point. So
I remember I was in seminary, and we fasted for and I learned about how it was really kind of amazing.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. So very cool. Phone calls?
Yes, we can take calls, talk about all things gardens and also tomatoes and handy cages and everything else. 753 KVNU, that's 753-5868 or 753 KVNU, an easy way to remember it. And, you mentioned, Arthur, that it all started with handy cages, but now you're looking at branching out and finding a way to protect those young trees from deer, and that should be coming out by the next year, you said?
Well, we're going to see. We've been really busy in other aspects of the company, but I did bring in 4,000 pounds of wire just for these deer guards, and so we may have them sooner. And I kind of think you need them for the fall.
I would say we need them for the fall, not for the spring. Yeah, because the deer don't bother the trees until fall and winter.
And that's what we're going to shoot for.
They killed my black tulip magnolia this winter over right in front of my house. Like it must have had 30 buds on it. It's a younger tree, and I was so excited to see it bloom this spring. And it was dead because they ripped every shred of bark off the tree.
That's what the fox did to my chicken.
With their horns, that's with their horns. So not very nice. We've got a phone call. Very good.
We do. We've got Jared joining us on the line from River Heights. Jared, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I just had a quick question about onions, actually. Yeah. Hey, my onions look great, and they always do early spring, and then in the summer we get a good thunderstorm that comes through and knocks them all over with a good wind. What can I do to either strengthen those or just support them so they don't get knocked over?
That's a great question. How tall do they usually get?
Well, right now they're about a foot and a half. Right, about a foot, a little more than a foot, between a foot and a half tall.
So pretty tall. One thing you can do is you can trim them down. And so you don't have to leave them really tall. I'll actually take my hedge trimmer and I will trim them down and keep them at about that 16 to 18 inch height. And so they're not too tall. And that way they'll be more resilient if you do get a big wind. And just keep them sheared, and they'll grow back. You may be having. They might be getting a little bit too much nitrogen if they're growing that tall, and so so go higher phosphorus, higher potassium, and that will increase your root size. But then your tops won't get quite as big, as well too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So between 16 and 18 inches tall.
Yeah. I mean, you could do something like the Wonder Walls on them, like Arthur's Wonder Walls, but those might be too tall.
Yeah.
For the onions.
I was thinking, should I?
You're welcome, Jared. Yeah.
Fabricate a mini handy cage.
You could do a mini
tiny one.
You could do a mini. Good luck with your onions, Jared. And one thing I would highly recommend is water them with like the Bigfoot or the kangaroos, because it will like double the root system on them. And the onions, you'll have massive onions, and they'll keep better through the wintertime.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks. You guys have a great Memorial Day weekend.
You too.
You too.
Thanks for calling.
Lynette, I hope you're listening
thank
to
you.
that.
Phone lines are 753-KVNU. That's 753-5868. If you have a question or comment for Mark Anderson of Anderson Seed and Garden or Arthur from Sunstruck Gardens. And we have another caller on the line. Carson is joining us from Newton. Carson, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, so I've got a hackberry tree that has had its leaves frozen off twice now this spring, and I'm wondering how likely it is that it'll grow leaves a third time.
It will put out more leaves, so that's unusual with the hackberries. They're pretty resilient, so I'm kind of surprised. What we have recommended with the trees that have been damaged at least once this year is water them with a product like Boomerang. Boomerang is for plants that have been stressed or damaged or injured in some way, and it really helps get them back in shape. And it would definitely help with your trees that have lost leaves. Like I said, my ginkgo lost every single leaf on it. My walnut tree lost every single leaf on it, and they're just now starting to put new leaves out. So there's a lot of strength in those trees, and they'll put some more growth out. And the hackberries are pretty tough, so I think you'll be in great shape.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You are very welcome, Carson, and good luck with your garden this year. So thanks for calling.
You as well. Thanks.
Yep, thank you.
Bye.
753-KVNU, 753-5868 if you'd like to join us here on the Garden Guide on KVNU. And so maybe, Arthur, last year you started working on the deer fence. So maybe this year.
The deer guards, yeah.
Yeah, we need to, we'll start working on a handy cage for onions. So
a little shorter.
There's
I mean, I can. There are some options. Yeah. We'll think about it.
I don't think the wind damage that Jared mentioned is all that unusual. We see it quite a bit on onions and on corn too, because like you get a big windstorm that comes through, all of a sudden your corn is laying down.
That's true.
On the ground, and so using fertilizers that have a lot of different micronutrients in there and a higher potassium really helps with strength of the plants, and so it will make them more resilient as well too. High potassium and calcium
and strengthen those stalks.
Yeah. So what a lot of the pumpkin growers are finding is as their giant pumpkins get really big, they'll split. But if you use calcium on it, it toughens up the skin of the pumpkins, so they're less likely to split. Since they're growing so quickly, it makes the skin a little tougher, but a little bit more elastic.
Don't they feed them milk?
I've heard of other people using milk, but sometimes the calcium is not always 100% available to the plants unless it's in like a pre-digested form or if it's piggybacked on nitrogen. So a lot of the growers are using calcium nitrate because the calcium is piggybacked on the nitrogen, and the nitrogen moves very readily through the plant, but calcium is really slow to move through the plant. So having that calcium nitrate, it pulls the calcium through the plant as well as the nitrogen. And so that's really good to use on your plants if you've experienced like blossom end rot on your tomatoes from year to year, and you put that calcium nitrate on the plants when you're planting, and then again 2 or 3 weeks later, it clears up your blossom end rot.
Is blossom end rot where the tomato itself gets a little brown?
The sunken spot on the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So right where the blossom would form, you'll get this sunken kind of brown mushy spot on the bottom of the tomato, and it is from a calcium deficiency in the plant. Yeah, and so using calcium nitrate will cure that, and it affects peppers, it affects tomatoes, it will affect squashes, like especially zucchinis as well too. So blossom end rot is very prevalent also.
I feel like I'm being injected with knowledge today.
All kinds of knowledge. Yeah. You got a lot of weeds at your place?
No.
That's good.
I mean, we spray for them.
Yeah.
know?
Well, tons and tons of weeds. In fact, I had to spray my patio and my hillside because the grasses are just getting out of control. I'm afraid we're going to have like fire hazard back there. So
you got to watch that this year.
I did some serious spraying last night after I got home from work. So long day for me. Started at the crack of dawn and was out until the sun went down. So long day, but
it's beautiful to be here when the sun goes down. Though that's my favorite time to work.
It's really nice. So I did a combination of I did the Kills-All Extended, which is a combination of Kills-All with a 6-month pre-emergent. Yeah, and so I did down the side of my house where we've got like kind of a paver area. I did our patio that has it's kind of a flagstone patio, and so we get weeds and stuff that come up in there. Did the hillside, that just all the wild grasses and stuff like to grow back there. Did like our little parking pad that we used to put our wave runner there, and did all those areas to try and control the weeds that are there. But that pre-emergence in there will stop the new ones from coming up, so I don't have to worry about more weeds for the rest.
I think we're going to have to get some of that because we have those little sticker little balls.
Oh, we got the burr buttercups.
Yeah, I hate those.
Those are awful. I had some of those around my shed, so I sprayed those as well too. And then I get puncture vine in my garden. I won't use the Kills-All Extended in my garden because it's got the pre-emergent in there. Don't want to use that. It stops my seeds from coming up.
Not good.
Yeah, but I will use the Decimate there because the Decimate will knock those puncture vines down. Don't make fun of that. That was I actually helped name that product. So yeah. So don't get me started, Arthur.
I like it. The Decimate, it's wonderful, Mark.
The Decimate kills, but it biodegrades within 24 hours. So within 24 hours of spraying, you can plant right back in the same area, and it will not affect the new plants. Yeah, and it won't affect the seeds if you plant seeds in there. But it kills puncture vine, and it kills burr buttercups and goat heads and morning glory and thistles and mallow and clover, but it kills grasses as well too. So it's non-selective like Kills-All, but it biodegrades much quicker. So it's a different chemistry, and it's a little more friendly for your soil, but it kills the weeds that you need to get rid of, and it kills them fast.
And we've been using it to take out. We just had some clover that started coming up everywhere. Yeah. Oh, it was so nice just to knock all that down.
Love the Decimate, but I always put herbicide enhancer or a spreader sticker in with it because it just works that much better when you do use it. So we're almost to the end of the show, but just reminding everybody, Memorial Day hours at Anderson Seed. We are open, but we're open from 8 until 1 on Memorial Day. So we've got a shorter day for Memorial Day. So 8 until 1 are our hours on Monday. And we're going to go have some fun in the afternoon with our family and with our kids. But we've got some great sales going on this weekend as well, too. So 4-inch wave petunias, half price. 4-inch geraniums, 50% off. 4-inch herbs, $4 per herb instead of $6. We've got 6-pack jumbo strawberries on sale as well too. We want to sneak one more phone call in?
Yeah, we'll sneak a call in. Absolutely, okay. We'll sneak her in anytime. Cindy's joining us on the line from Richmond. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, I have a question about ants. In my raised boxes, I did not get one radish. Because of their tunneling underground, I get beautiful tops and then not any radish. They've done the same thing to my carrots. What can I do before I plant anything else?
And you're doing raised beds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
To control the ants, there are some very safe ant granules that you can use around vegetables and edibles of all sorts. And I would probably recommend you put it on the ground around the planting bed, but you can also use it in there if you need to. And High Yield makes a really nice one. It is called Vegetable and Ornamental Insect Control Granules. Totally safe to use around your radishes and your carrots. You can use it right in the rows as well too. And then you may be depleted a little bit on phosphorus in your planting beds. So like something with a mycorrhiza in there. So the Bigfoot or the Kangaroots would be amazing. In fact, my carrots were the best they've ever been last year. I used the Bigfoot on them, and they got big, and they were just absolutely delicious. And so that would absolutely help with the radishes and the carrots also. And then just a good slow release fertilizer. I love the Green Grow, because it's got all the slow-release natural fertilizers in there, plus all the beneficial microbes and biochar and all kinds of good stuff in there. So probably time to jazz up your beds just a little bit, Cindy.
So if I were to, say, just mix in some of that granule before I planted try the carrots again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a seed. I had great carrots all the time, but this year just not germinating, and I go digging and there's ants. So if I just kind of mix in a little bit of that granule? It's not going to hurt the seed?
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. In fact, you can side dress with it, or you can do it right when you're planting, and that will make a huge difference. Coconut coir. Use a coconut coir in your carrots. My carrots were up in 11 days this year.
That I did do.
Yeah.
I did two sections, one Bolero and the other, I can't remember, Tender Sweet.
Yeah.
The Bolero that didn't want to play this year.
Yeah.
But I'll give it another Girl Scout try.
Yep.
I'll try the granules. On a side note, my peas that I planted on February 26th are blooming.
Oh, nice. Amazing. That is awesome. I love it. Me
too.
Thanks for sharing.
Pretty happy about that. Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Have a great weekend, gentlemen.
All right. You too. Thanks, Cindy.
Happy Memorial Day. And, we've got
over.
Just about 20 seconds. So quick reminder that Anderson's will be open on Memorial Day, but closing early.
Memorial Day, 8 till 1 are our hours. We've got some great deals, great plants, specials going on. We're there to help you. Come see us, Memorial Day, 8 till 1.
All right. And as always, if you miss a part of the show, you can always go back and listen to a portion of the show or listen to the entire show by going to kvnutalk.com. And we'll be back again next week.
KVNU.